Morning everyone, Jarrell here. So, I've got some massive news for the Breath of Thunder Kickstarter campaign. Currently, as it stands, we're nowhere near the finish line. We're not even close. So, what will happen if we don't reach full funding on Breath of Thunder Kickstarter campaign? Well, I've heard from so many people around the world that have shown me that they're excited for this game, they're passionate about it, and they really want to see it happen. So, I will never let any of you down, I will never disappoint you. So, I will make sure that I create Breath of Thunder whether or not we reach full funding on the campaign, but it will probably take about 1.5 to 2 years because I'm a game developer, I run my own studio, this is my full-time job, which means that I have to constantly launch new games in order to keep bills paid, in order to pay my fees for my studio. So I can't afford to stop and work on a large game at the moment like Breath of Thunder. Your support through crowdfunding would allow me to spend the 6 months needed to finish Breath of Thunder. The reason why I can finish so fast is because I work an intense schedule, I work very quickly, and I've created an RPG framework that allows me to make a game like Breath of Thunder very quickly. I have created a visual aesthetic which I can create extremely quickly, so things like graphics do not take me very long at all. So the news is, if we reach 100% funding on Breath of Thunder, what will happen? I have now heard from so many people that really want a JRPG experience on their favorite older platform like the Jaguar Virtual Boy. So here's my promise to you. No stretch goals, I've taken that out. It seems to have upset people because I don't really understand why people got so angry that I put stretch goals up in terms of, look, it would be fun if we happen to get that far in terms of stretch goals, but if we don't get that stretch goals, it's not a big deal. I'm still making the base game. If we happen to get very far in stretch goals, that means that I'll be able to pay for the time needed to create those games. So to me, in my mind, that sounded very cool, and I don't understand why people were upset about it. I think I'm out of touch with internet culture because I don't really understand all of that sort of cynical, negative mindset. But I'm now in the position where I could end up disappointing many people because so many people heard the idea of, oh cool, a brand new full JRPG for the Dreamcast, for the Virtual Boy, for the Jaguar. And I'm not in the business of disappointing people. So here's my promise to you. If we reach 100% funding on Breath of Thunder Kickstarter campaign, I won't be able to bring the full core game of Breath of Thunder to you. So I've started creating the concept for Breath of Thunder Forgotten Kingdom, which is a smaller standalone game that is set in the world of Breath of Thunder, taking place at roughly the same time as the main story. But the entirety of Breath of Thunder Forgotten Kingdom takes place on a sealed standalone continent that exists on the overworld, but you are not able to access in the core Breath of Thunder game. This Forgotten Continent will have its own ecosystem and its own whole standalone adventure. There will be 4 party members. There are no optional or exchangeable party members, just 4 core party members, and I can just write a core story for them, and they'll have their own adventure. So in terms of mechanical complexity and depth, it will have the same kind of thrilling, exciting gameplay and depth as the core game, but it will be a smaller standalone adventure with a smaller environment, which means that in terms of creating that full RPG for these older platforms, I will be able to do that very quickly with minimal technical challenges because the scope of the game is significantly smaller, but you'll still have your full standalone RPG on your legacy platforms. And again, that will only happen if we reach 100% on the Kickstarter. So, you want it on the N64? You tell me. You tell me in the comments, you tell me in live streams. If you want an RPG on the N64, I'll do it. Do you want it on the Dreamcast? We'll put it on the Dreamcast if that's what you want. You want it on the Saturn? Fine, we'll put it on the Saturn. We'll put it on the Saturn. You want it on the Nokia Goatsy? We'll put it on the Nokia Goatsy. The Nokia N-Gage. You want Breath of Thunder on the Nokia N-Gage? We'll do it on the N-Gage. I'll put it on the Game Boy Advance. I'll put it on the PSP. I'll put it on the DS. I'll put it on your mom's microwave. I'll put it on the Game Boy Color. And, heck, I'll even put it on the Pokemon Mini. People that aren't familiar with my track record and haven't heard of me, well, my track record is very public. It's out there. Feel free to have a look at my YouTube channel. Have a look at my itch.io. I was able to learn how to program for the Pokemon Mini within 1 day, and I created a full game for it within 2 days. This has a campsite manager system, party members, and it has a full RPG battle system. You can go ahead and download this, try it now for free, enjoy it, play it, And I was able to create that very quickly and easily, not because I'm some wizard, not because I'm special in any way, but because the people who have done all of the hard work are already out there. They made it possible. People like Johannes Fetz, who created the Joe engine for the Saturn, have made it possible for developers like me to easily create games for older platforms. And I say easy in terms of the technical challenge of setting up the environment. That would generally be an impossibility. It seems like it would take witchcraft to do that. But these brilliant, passionate people out there who created these software development kits, especially for these, those people have already done the hard work. I'm not special. I'm just a game developer, and I'm using these software development kits that these other brilliant people have already done. And these people are passionate in their communities, and the reason why I'm able to learn to make games so quickly and make games for older platforms is because those people are the special ones. Those people are brilliant. They deserve all the credit. They made it so developers like me can make games for older platforms. So for me, in my mind, when I think of making a game for an older platform, I think, well, shoot, that would be really easy because those people, those geniuses, have already done the hard work. I don't even have to do anything special. I use the software development kits that they created. I come up with my graphics, my audio, my story, my gameplay elements, and I program them in there with my little program and keyboard like this. Again, you don't have to be some sort of wizard or, a special prodigy to make all of these games for older platforms. And all the knowledge that is needed to create these are shared because these are passionate communities who want to see games made for their favorite old platforms. So I am not alone in this. I have the experience and the knowledge shared between all of these people all over the internet, these brilliant, passionate engineers and artists. Those people are all working together. We are all working together to make games for you. So that is why it is not impossible. People think it's impossible for me to make games for these old platforms. I'm doing it, baby. And with or without your help, I'm going to be making games. With your help, my games are going to be better. I'll be able to focus on passion, and I will be able to make what you want. So, I know that you are sick and tired of all these scammers on Kickstarter. I know you're sick and tired of betting on a losing horse. It's time to win, baby. Go ahead. Work with me. Stick with me. I'm not going to let you down. I'll be someone that you can count on. And if you want to bet on a horse that's going to win the race, welcome to Sungran, baby. Right. I hope that you're all doing well. I am feeling a little bit fiery and punchy today because I have a bunch of games that I'm working on, that I'm finishing up. I've got Clasher Ball that I'm finishing up today. Just got to do the soundtrack and the menus. Then I'll be preparing to ship that title out. I have a couple of other titles that I'm finishing as well. And I've got a bunch of work still to do on the Kickstarter campaign. And again, it's very tough for me to work on this Kickstarter campaign because I'm a full-time developer, I'm a solo developer, and I have to focus all of my times on my games. So the Kickstarter campaign has taken a bit of time away from my game development. So I hope you're doing well. Again, if you guys help me reach 100% on this Kickstarter campaign, I'll put Breath of Thunder Forgotten Kingdom on whatever platform that you are most excited about. People have asked me for PC Engine. I went and set up a software development kit for that. People asked me for Neo Geo CD. I went and set up a software development kit for that. It's all about passion, baby. It's all about something that you love. It's something you're excited for. Something that you can really believe in. That's what it's all about. Take care of yourselves, everyone. I got to get back to work. I got to make video games. I'll see you around.